The Mackenzie Valley Highway has been in the works for decades. This week, the latest updates were shared at a meeting in Fort Good Hope, N.W.T. It brought together community members and project leads to talk about where things stand and what they hope comes next. In a best-case scenario, the highway could be finished by 2037, but many at the meeting say there are changes they want to see long before that. Jocelyn Chappelle joins me now in studio with more. So Jocelyn, how are people feeling about the highway and its potential impact on their communities?
Yeah, Megan, at the meeting, there were mixed emotions about the plan. Fort Good Hope has seen a recent rise in crime and drug trafficking. For some residents, a highway means even more access to their community, something that raises concerns. One attendee worried the highway could be built before any drug treatment centers are in place. I spoke with Satu Grand Chief Wilbert Kashan. He says leaders right now are focused on healing from recent events, but looking forward and preparing is just as important.
And I was thinking that a lot of things we can do for ourselves and to protect our communities, and I think chiefs and council, they have a right to protect their communities.
The highway is still a long ways away. Because of that, many people want to know how youth feel about it too. I spoke with Brian Savoy, a counselor and teacher in Toledo. He says youth also worry about community safety, but they're just as concerned about shorter winter road seasons and unreliable barge conditions.
They were hoping that it was going to spur more tourism, maybe bring a couple some new stores to Toledo, have people have access to building supplies and all of those necessities of life that a lot of people take for granted.
Savoy said students also wonder about how much this highway has cost the territory.
Yeah, where is the highway in terms of the cost and the timeline?
To build the highway, it's going to be upwards of $1 billion. The N.W.T government will likely rely on federal funding for future building costs. Right now, the project is focused on its environmental assessment. That's slowly inching ahead. The Fort Good Hope meeting was the last community session. At the end of this month, the Mackenzie Valley Review Board will announce if public hearings will begin. Mark Cliff Phillips is the Review Board Executive Director. Cliff Phillips says they are waiting on a final territorial government submission to make that decision. In the meantime, he says conversations are open and ongoing.
We're trying our best as a board to provide as many opportunities for communities to provide input on the process.
And was there anything else new that was said at this meeting, Jocelyn?
Yes, the Bear River Bridge was also discussed. That's a separate project near Toledo that was originally planned to connect with the highway. But now the N.W.T government says they no longer have enough funding to build it. So attention has shifted to exploring alternative options for crossing the Great Bear River.
Okay, thanks for all your work on this, Jocelyn.
Yeah, thank you.